Hello, good morning, and this is our first session after our midterm exam. So we are now on Module 9, and this is the Chapter 9 of our session. Then our topic for this morning is about networking fundamentals. So for our objectives, number one, we are going to discuss the importance of networking fundamentals. Number two, value the importance of networking fundamentals. And number three, understand the basic concepts of networking fundamentals. So our first topic is about TCP dump. And TCP dump is defined as the data networking packet analyzer computer program that runs under the command line interface or the CLI. So it allows the user to display TCP IP and other packets being transmitted or received over the network to which the computer is attached. So this is distributed under the BSD license, and TPC dump or TCP dump is a free software. It works most on Linux or Unix-like operating systems like Solaris, FreeBSD, Dragonfly BSD, NetBSD, OpenBSD, OpenWRT, macOS, and the like. So the port of TCP dump for Windows is called WinDump, and it uses the WinPcap, which is the Windows version for the libcap. So TPC dump was originally written in 1988 by Van Jacobson, Sally Floyd, Vern Paxson, and Stephen McCrane, who were at that time working in the Lawrence Berkeley Laboratory Network Research Group. So by the late 1990s, there were numerous versions of TCP dump distributed as part of various operating systems and numerous patches that were not well coordinated. So where does TCP dump actually used for? So the common uses of TCP dump print is printing the contents of the network packets. So in a simpler lingo, guys, in our lingo, what we mean about network packets is the TPC IP addresses, which is going in and out of your network. So like for example, if our modem is connected on the internet, and the modem is attached to the interfacing of your laptop or your personal computer. And that what does the modem do is um, modularizing and demodularizing the signals for the content of the transmission coming from the internet going to your personal computer or your laptop and vice versa. Now, the TPC dump analyzes the packets of the signals in which the signals is being transmitted are the binary contents such as ones and zeros. After that, it will display information about the packets and the ports, and of course the signal traces going in and going out. So the signal that is being commenced with utilizing the the content is through ping. So ginaping mo siya. However, the reverse of the ping that is being transmitted are not very much displayed within the network topology. So what does TPC dump do is it recognizes the traces of the contents, display it, and of course you can analyze the contents or the signal transmitting in and out of your modems. It is also possible to use TPC dump for the specific purpose of intercepting and displaying the communications of another user or computer. So a user with the necessary privilege on a system acting as the router or the gateway through which unencrypted traffic such as telnet or HTTP passes can use TPC dump to view login ID, passwords, etc. So the URL and the content of the website being viewed or another unencrypted information. So many other optional apply BPF filter based filter to limit the number of packets seen by TCP dump. But this privilege comes with restrictions. So, like Unix-based operating systems or Linux, the user must have a super user privilege to use TPC dump so that the packets capturing mechanism on those systems require elevated privileges. So may robaton kita guys, with a great power comes with a great responsibility. So TPC dump aids on overall overseeing if there is actually the contents passing through in and out of the computer system or in the computer network system. Now, if, for example, if you are the super user or the super admin, and what can you do is that you have to monitor traces of information coming in and out. So kung may makita ka mo nga abnormal nga signal nga nagaano, that means to say nga it means to say do ginsulod ang imo network, ginhack ang system mo, or may dyan nga unauthorized access nga nag-contain ka network ninyo. So, ang most common monitoring for TCP dump nga ma-recognize ko, ang most common lang gid sa level naton guys is actually if you're going to use your globe network or your smart network. So depending on the IP address nga ginaano ka network ninyo, gina-share ka inyong adang internet provider. Kung magsulod ka mo dyan, actually sa mga bago nga modems like the latest Huawei modem, wherein there are two categories for signal transmission, ang 2 gigahertz kag ang 5 gigahertz. Which is ang 5 gigahertz guys, ang ano ko lang ano ko lang i-specify ko lang hindi na siya 5G, no? It's not 5G. It's 5 gigahertz lang ang transmission. So, lain ang 5G, lain man ang ano. So, although all ginagamit natin LTE nowadays. When you are going to monitor the bands and the signals, kaya some of you I know that you can utilize the bands for whichever signal nga transmission nga pinakabasfog nga gusto nyo ano ka modem nyo. However, like for example, if you use software which is you can access the network within the Wi-Fi or in the internet service provider. There's a so-called software like VPNs, adlibs, kag mga telnets that you can use so that you can intrude on that such systems. However, through the security of WPA, PSK 2, especially the WPA 2, I think it's encrypted siya. So kung encrypted siya, I think hindi niyo siya madali-dali access unless naman ano yung password niya. However, since ang ibang mga nga naga-try ka mga VPN to access the Wi-Fi. So I think there's a so-called TCP dump will actually tell you or the pareho man caller ID sa cellphone wherein makita ninyo ang telephone number so nagasulod nagatawagan ninyo. That is why ma-monitor man gyapon using such this na software like TCP dump. You can actually oversee the label of the signal coming in or going out. Okay, so for your activity number 7, guys, you're going to refer to TPC dump. Since TPC dump is for Linux, i-download ninyo ang equivalent niya nga free software nga it's called Wireshark, no? So what we're going to do is go to Wireshark or search Wireshark in Google, and then you're going to download it and install on your laptop and or your PC, and then you're going to run it. Now, kung i-run nyo siya, automatically it can actually oversee the signals coming in with your the traffic going in and out of your network. So you're going to produce a screenshot out of this and upload it in your Google Classroom. Your supposedly that is your activity number 17. So don't forget to convert it to PDF before uploading. Okay? Now let's go to ping network utility, no? So for ping network utility, actually ping is a computer network administration software utility used to test the reachability of the host on the internet protocol or their IP network. So pwede ka mo kadto sa inyo nga CMD or the command prompt and you just type ping, no? Or if ever, like for example, you know the DNS, um, actually our next topic after mga lesson 11 is about DNS, no? If you know the DNS number of of a website or a particular portal, then you can type ping on CMD and type the IP or the DNS of a website and then press enter, and then you will know that you how you'd be replying on the ping network within your network of vicinity. So again, ping is a computer network administration software utilized to test the reachability of the host on the internet protocol. So when we speak about reachability, this is how much signal it is being produced in your own network. Yeah, it's either coming in or coming out of your network also. So it is available for virtually all operating systems that have network capability. Pero ping is usually used sa Windows, no? And it also measures the round trip time for messages sent from the original host to the destination computer that are echoed back to the source. So the same name comes from active sonar terminology that sends a pulse of sounds and listen for the echo to detect objects underwater. So the sonar ang purpose ka ping ninyo. So pareho ba lang nga nagasinggit ka mo sa bukid? Di ba naga-echo ang sound na ma-produce ninyo? The echo there is like ping, pero ang ping ginagamit sa network na ano ninyo. And then ping operates by sending the internet control messaging protocol echo request packets to the target host and waiting for the ICMP echo reply. This is only to test, guys, ha. Ping doesn't mean nga if you're going to ping something on your network, madasig doon yung network ninyo. Although nga ano siya, sometimes may automatic correct ang network. Depende sa network yung ginasudlan ninyo, no? Kaya sometimes if enable ka network administrator ang autocorrect, so kung iping nyo siya ang signal, may tendency nga mag-straighten siya. Pero kung mga ano siguro, unobservable location, just like ang mga cell sites nga ginapabayan malang ka mga technician, kagwaay nanda gina-maintain it mayad. So, ikaw lang manually kada masaylo ka channel nga gusto mo nga butangan or bandwidth nga nagasulod kanimo. So, kung ikaw super admin, so mas gustuhon mo nga higher ang megahertz nga frequency nga sudlan. Or depende sa channel, no? May dyan nga channel abi nga why ginagamit, may dyan nga channel nga congested. Kay duro yung nagagamit. So by pinging, you're actually taking for consideration in terms of seconds, how much time does it take to reach the network. So that's the purpose of the ping utility network or the network utility. Okay, so jagyapon sa ping, we have you have to utilize the TTL or the this is the option which may include the size of the payload, count of tests, limits of the number of the network hops that probes the traverse internal intervals between the request time to wait for the response. So depende sa type of network ninyo. If your network is IPv4, so it's still primitive, no? IPv4 sa DNS, apat lang na kada nga sugpon. Now sa internet nga ginagamit naton tulad, we are now on higher versions of the internet, just like in some countries, they're not using IPv4 anymore. They are using IPv6. Kag nowadays, nag-expand ang internet naton tungod sa mga crypto bala. IPv6 na gid ang standard nga ginagamit naton. Now, there's a so-called backgrounder on the ping utility. It is the remark by David Mills on using ICMP echo packets for IP network diagnosis and measurements prompted Mas to create the utility to troubleshoot network problems. And then the author named it after the sound sonar makes, since its methodology is analogous to sonar echolocation. So that is why ping ang ngaran na kada ng utility. Kaya di sa sonar, maggamit ka mo ka sonar, kung sa ano ang sonar sa idalom kadagat da ginagamit guys. Kung sa babaw hangin gani radar da ginagamit na. So like for example, ang mga airports gagamit sa the radar para maman-ano da yung position ka eroplano manugugpa or manug take off. Ya idalom dagat sonar ana nga ginagamit. So sonar or radar ang echo nga gina-produce niya is ping. That is why ping ya gina ano nanda. Ya ginpangaran ka author ka ping utility. Now, when you speak about payload, this is the timestamp indicating the time of transmission and the sequence of number, which is not found on this example, but this allows ping to compute the round trip time in a stateless manner without needing to record the time of transmission for every packets. So, kagina sa activity number 17 ninyo, ang Wireshark, makita lang ninyo coming in and out of a computer network, no? But this one, using the ping utility, you are actually testing the signal time roundabout in each cycle. So, depende. Kung pira ka seconds ang ginabalik na kaning mga signal. That is why mamanaan mong kabaskugon ka ano ninyo, ka internet. Okay, so let's go to your activity number 18, guys. And what you're going to do is to type speedtest.net on your URL. And then you're going to test your ping network utility. So, I think I have to demo lang later on how to do. Sige, we will demo speed test Borbay, no? Para makita ninyo. Then the code of the day is what test is derived from speedtest.net. So, ano yung test nga gina-derive ninyo sa speedtest.net. So, you can see it's related to our topic sa ikaduha nga topic naton. Okay? That is our code of the day. So, you can answer the code of the day tonight, karon sa gabi. Or, I'm sorry guys, karon sa hapon na. Pwede ka mo ka-start karon sa hapon. Because ang may announcement kali ko, no? Ang gabi naton nga klase karon mga 6:30. I-move naton karon mga 4 o'clock to 5. Okay? Ay alang-alang gid ako karon sa 6:30. So, ad astra per sapiensya, it means to the stars to knowledge. So, thank you guys for listening for our lecture for this morning. Let us have a demo on Wireshark and the speed test. Okay. So, guys, when you're going to you're going to go to google.com anay. Then you have to search for Wireshark. So Wireshark is actually free software. Okay, so you go to wireshark.org. Okay, and then you download the file for Wireshark. So the latest version is actually 64-bit, and then you press download. Okay. Then after that, you can download 68.1 MB of Wireshark, no? Then ang itsura ko Wireshark naton guys is pakita ko lang kaya hindi ko siya pag-install, no? Okay, so I think your Wireshark looks like this one, no? More or less, amo daya itsura niya. And then you can see the packets and the signal coming in and out, no? So may timestamp kamo de. I think this is much clearer. Okay. Okay, medyo buron yung example natin. Pero sige, more or less, amo lang din makita nyo sa Wireshark, guys. Makita nyo time, then ang IP address, and kung ano nga protocol ang ginagamit. So, kita nyo TCP. TCP is a Transport Control Protocol. NCP. Okay, so mamanaan nyo kung ano day, guys, nga klase. And then, on this one, manaan nyo kung pira ka seconds or length niya na mabutang. You can also see here the sequence of codes like in your IP address or the MAC address. Ang MAC address nga gina-connect kadang ano ninyo. So, actually, makita nyo man day, kung mabuka din nyo ang base ka inyong internet service provider, example Globe na network. Kung i-open niyo day, monitor nyo kag makita yun ang itsura niya. Hindi ko lang guys pag i-share ka ninyo, hey, actually, ang information nila tama ka sensitive. Hay, personally, nadaka Globe na subscription ko, no? So, hindi ko pwede mapakita ka ninyo. Ang Wireshark lang, sa Wireshark makita nyo man dagyapon. Dayan. So, download lang ninyo, kag-install, screenshot. Okay? So, that's about for Wireshark, no? Now, for speedtest.net, all you have to do is to type speedtest.net, and then you'll be directed to this site or to this portal. Then afterwards, you can see that my subscription is Globe. This is my IP, my DNS address, no? 110.54.256.49. And then this is IPv4 pa na connection. All you have to do, screenshot first, then click go. Then as you can see, after this, speed test will conduct as testing on the signal or 49 seconds. Ang signal ko. So my subscription is 10 Mbps sa Globe. So kung makita niyo 10 Mbps siya. Pero guys, mind you, ang network hindi lang gina-determine kadang download speed. Of course, ang upload speed importante man siya. So as you can see, this is my while doing that, produce a screenshot and that will be your activity number 18. So simple lang, no? Okay, so I think that's about all. Then screenshot. Then pasan nyo ang activity number 18 ninyo. Okay, so amo mo lang da guys ang activity natin for this week. I hope that you learned something. Do you have any questions, guys, before we end our session for this morning? Oo. Oo, Rondel to. Amo da screenshot ninyo. Iya sa Wireshark na kinanglan i-install nyo pa siya galing. So pwede nyo man if you don't need Wireshark because kung hindi ka mo network administrator, useless man da. Actually ang lantaw nyo mo lang sa Wireshark is the IP address and the na nagasulod in and out ka network ninyo. Depende man da sa purpose ninyo kung sa magamit ka mo ka Wireshark. Pero akon ginagamit kong Wireshark kung para mamanaan ko sino ang naga-access ka akon nga network. Kung may makita ninyo ang naga-intrude, yes. Karampan ginabi do karon ka VPN, guys mo nga nagagamit ka VPN sa mga cellphones. Example, nga nagabutang ka modem mo sa sa eskwelahan, gulpi lang may makita ka may nagasulod nga lain nga nga access. So siguro naga-VPN da sanda para hindi mamanaan nga nagagamit sanda ka signal mo. Although harmless man da kay sometimes if the encryption of your modem is WPA PS key 2 hindi gawa siya masudlan unless nga man ana ang password mo. Pero I think for ethical reasons you can actually monitor them through Wireshark. So that is activity number 17. For speed test naman, all you have to do is to go to speedtest.net and then speed test. Try nyo yung network nyo speed test so that you can see the speed test is also useful if kung nagahinay balaga nyo yung network. or yung signal, then pwede nyo siya i-change ang sa IP, login access ninyo. Maskin user lang kamo, hindi admin access. Actually, you can manipulate the band and the megahertz kung ano yung gamiton. Especially sa mga bagong modems. So sa mga bagong modems, may duwa na nga line. It's either 2.4 gigahertz and the faster, which is the 5 gigahertz. So again, gina-emphasize ko lang, ang 5 gigahertz nga transmission, hindi na siya 5G. Ang 5G tana guys is not LTE. Ang 5 gigahertz is for LTE only. Wireless man siya gyapon. So it's not 5G. So ginainto lang kamo ka technician, no? Kay abi nyo 5G kuno abi. Pero ang naga-display sa phone niyo 5 may nabutang nga 5G. Kay tigin butangan da ka 5 gigahertz gali da yung meaning ka G, hindi ang 5G nga ano. So yung mga speed na naka 5G galabot 300 gigahertz GP ano, hindi siya Mbps, no? Galabot tag 300 Mbps. So 3 gigahertz na siya. Amo day download upload speed niya. Makita nyo man da, actually you can go to YouTube and find vlogs about 5G nga testing. So makita ninyo da. Actually ang rollout yung 5G di sa San Enrique wala pa. Ang sa Pasig may dyan sa Poblacion Ilawod, I think. Pero dapat 5G enabled SIM card nyo, and then the phone niyo must be 5G ano man. Then you can actually guys, no, subscribe for 5G, unlimited 5G sa Globe, pero smart, I don't know kung piraya bili na kada. And then there's a Rocket SIM and the Gomo, no. So you can use Gomo also. But then again, all of those things are feasible. And kung ang modem nyo hindi man siya 5G enabled, useless man gyapon. Although nga ang speed nyo dasig siya, pero I think hindi na siya magbuhay guro. Kay if ever Globe or Smart will see abnormal traffic in their network, so sometimes gina-disable ng dadaaya ng modems or ang sa data capping. So I think ang kwarta nyo sayang man lang siguro kung magbakal ka mo ka mga pareho kada. Just because nga maybe if madakpan ka mo nga ka signal, there's a tendency nga i-disable niyang modem, hindi nyo man mapuslan da. So amo lang da. So I think that is all for this morning, and I'll see you this afternoon, guys. If you don't have any questions, I'm glad that you attended our class. So don't forget our code of the day, no? So our code of the day is what test is derived from speedtest.net. Okay, so test. It is part of our lesson, activity 18, na I think, no. So tonight you can answer the code of the day after our session this afternoon, which is gonna move naton from 4 to 5 p.m. So sige guys, thank you so much, and mayong agagid sa tanan. Okay, I'll stop the recording. Do you have any questions or thank you to? Thank you. Do you have any questions, guys? Okay, shout out to everyone. Oh, Mike, good morning. Sige guys, bye-bye. See you this afternoon. Okay, I'll stop the recording, ha?